Good late Sunday evening. I am certified meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on this May 27th of 2018. It was another hot and humid day, but overall it was another quiet day. If you want to look at the plus side of things, we will keep things quiet overall as we go throughout the day ahead of us, your Memorial Day that is, before we see some better rain chances try to sneak on in. Let's start breaking things down by looking at how our day has been with that live view from 7th and Range Line, and actually view not too long ago, late on this Sunday night. Look at the numbers for today. A low of 69 at the Joplin Regional Airport and a high of 91. We were just 1 degree shy of tying the record high of 92, set back only 6 years ago. Still, even though we didn't tie or break the record for today at the airport in Joplin, it's still noteworthy. This is our 29th day in a row with our afternoon highs running above normal. It's a streak that we've been on since the end of last month, April 29th to be precise. Believe it or not, we'll be close again to our record highs going into Monday. The record for tomorrow, your Memorial Day, 92. That was set back in 1983. We're going to be pretty close to it again. I don't think we'll break it per se, but just like today, we'll be pretty darn close once again. Everybody had to make do with pretty much a hot and humid day with upper 80s and lower 90s numbers that we usually wait until July to see come around instead of wrapping up the month of May. And thankfully, we have seen temperatures dropping back since sunset, but it's still a warm and muggy night with temperatures just before the 11 o'clock hour sitting mainly in the middle 70s. Looking at the Skywatch Storm Tracker, throughout our Sunday, we just had some passing clouds. That was about it. Partly to mostly sunny skies, even though it was humid. We couldn't squeeze any moisture out from the clouds, so we kept things dry. We definitely noticed some big-time thunderstorms off to our west, firing up across Colorado, Kansas, and then working up through Nebraska and into South Dakota. That will not be an issue for us tonight. We have a few storms off to our east that, of course, have fizzled away with the setting sun. But our focus continues to be on two things. One, first and foremost, subtropical storm Alberto. Latest advisory late on this Sunday night had it with sustained wind speeds of 65 miles per hour, moving northwest at 9 miles per hour. With the latest track, it wants to take aim still at the Florida Panhandle, mainly west of Panama Beach. And if this latest track is to be believed, by the time we wake up in the morning, it'll still be a tropical storm or subtropical storm with 65 mile per hour winds. And as we go into the late morning and into the afternoon on Monday, it wants to make landfall somewhere around Destin or Miramar Beach along the Florida Panhandle. And as soon as it enters land, that is when it'll start to weaken. By Monday evening, we should see this weaken with 45 mile per hour sustained wind speeds. And even though it'll continue to weaken as it heads north to the Tennessee Valley by the middle of the week, see how that results in quite a bit of rain chances out that way by the middle of the week. However, Alberto, even though it stays to the east of us, it will play a role in our weather once it decides to team up with our next upper-level system sitting off to our west, the same system that triggered those thunderstorms off to our west for your Sunday. In the short term, though, we're looking pretty calm for tonight and quiet overall as we go throughout your Memorial Day. We will see overnight lows drop back only around 70 degrees. Some of you may drop into the upper 60s, but it's going to be another mild start to the day. At least we start off quiet with partly to mostly sunny skies. We hold with partly to mostly sunny skies throughout the course of the day, and despite the cloud cover, it will be another warming trend throughout the course of the day. 86 by lunchtime, afternoon highs topping out around 91. As we go into the afternoon, I can't rule out a random thunderstorm or two popping up across parts of the area. In general, though, it's going to be pretty hard to come by. If you do get underneath one of these thunderstorms, though, it'll drop you back a little bit, mainly, let's say, lower to middle 80s. But everybody in general should expect a hot and humid day and a quiet day overall. If you want a way to stay cool, how about venturing out to one of the lakes around the area? If you want to venture out to Grand Lake, you're in good shape overall. It's going to be hot and humid with highs topping out near 92 after starting in the lower 70s, but with the water temperatures at least in the lower to middle 80s, that should at least give you some relief if you're going to be out and about across northeastern Oklahoma around the lake. We hop over to Table Rock Lake, similar story, really, with temperatures hovering around 90 degrees for the afternoon high. Partly in mostly sunny skies overall, Table Rock Lake might have a better shot of seeing a random thunderstorm or two popping up. And again, the water temperature is running a bit warm, but overall looking good at Table Rock Lake. Same story goes for Stockton Lake, with partly the mostly sunny skies, maybe a random thunderstorm around in the afternoon with highs topping out around 90. And like the other lakes, Stockton Lake, the water should be a bit on the warm side, with the temperatures of the lake expected in the lower to middle 80s. In general, again, for your Monday afternoon, maybe a pop-up thunderstorm or two. That's about it. Most of you should stay dry. It's when we see that next upper-level wave out to the west and whatever is left over from Alberto. Once these two come into play, that is when we'll see a bit of a change around here. As soon as we go into Tuesday, the moisture from Alberto will start edging our way, and as it interacts with our next wave, that will mean a better shot for scattered rain and thunderstorms to take us through Tuesday, and even going into Wednesday. It is possible that some thunderstorms with the two systems working together could linger into Thursday. At the very least, we will welcome these rain chances because that will keep temperatures a little bit at bay. Once we hit 91 on Memorial Day, we'll see temperatures drop back only into the upper 80s, but it's better than being in the 90s still. 88 Tuesday, 89 on Wednesday, still warm and humid with the rain and thunderstorm chances hanging around. 92 on Thursday, maybe a quick break on Friday, but hot and humid with highs near 93. We want to stay in the lower to middle 90s going into Saturday. But by next weekend, let's keep an eye on that because the system wants to try and sneak in. If it can, that could bring thunderstorms back in here by Saturday and maybe a few leftover going into Sunday. Have a good night and enjoy your Memorial Day.